Hey everyone, Mike here today with some thoughts here on 1980X. If you want to find this game on Steam, you just have to type in 198X as shown on the screen. And I just beat this game, so we'll kind of go through, show off two of the 5 classic arcade games that they put on the box. And this will be a super short video. Honestly, yeah. As they describe it here, this is part 1 of an arcade epic, 1980X. We'll play through multiple games and genres. We'll experience basically 5 of the classic arcade-style stages that kind of represented the 80s, really. I think what they have here is a really neat kind of tech demo / prologue to kind of what they're implying, which will be a more fuller experience eventually. So I think what I've played so far, it seems interesting. There's little story bits to tie all the different games that you'll be playing through, and I thought that was interesting. There wasn't much content there though, so it's not like the story actually had any depth or anything like that to it, but it was still nice to have. You know, it just gives you a little bit of something extra instead of just being a menu with all the arcade games and kind of telling you, hey, here's some arcade games, have some fun, right? They just gave it that little bit of extra, and I don't know, it was fun to see. But as you can see, these are very traditional games, nothing new, fancy, or different. No interesting twists. It's very much playing it straight and saying, hey, remember these arcade games? Here's a modern little package here that includes a bunch of them. So we'll back up and just fire up another classic one, and yeah, we'll keep this super short. So this was developed by High-Bit Studios, came out in June 2019. I got this game through Humble Monthly at some point. Potentially around launch time, I'm not really sure, honestly. And yeah, it's been sitting in my library ever since. I wasn't expecting much from this game at first, and then next thing I know, I've completed it. It was actually kind of fun, kind of refreshing. You know, some of the games I wasn't particularly great at them back in the day, and still not great at them today. You can infinitely restart, so it's not a big problem anyways. You know, they're not going to punish you or anything for failing at them. But, I don't know. It's a nice short game. If you're really good at these kinds of games and you've had a lot of experience playing them, they're not particularly challenging for you, you can probably beat this in around an hour. And yeah, if you're not particularly great at the games or what have you, it could be closer to 2 hours total. So this is a very short experience, but at the same time, the price is also really low. It's $11.50 Canadian, which means $10 US, and I've seen it come down 50% off at times. So yeah, for $5 US, this is a pretty inexpensive package, fairly authentic graphics, fairly authentic gameplay, and we'll see what they do in the future. You know, it sounds like this is kind of potentially funding a bigger project, a bigger scope for what they want to do in the future. Or maybe this is a demo, prologue of sorts that they want to shop around for other publishers potentially. I'm not too sure. But from what I've played so far, yeah, it's pretty good. We'll back out of this, and hopefully we'll see more in the future, because from what I've played so far, it's pretty good. I want to see what their part 2 is, whether or not they just introduce more games and continue the story, or maybe they kind of go in a different direction and expand upon it. It's hard to tell, but we'll have to wait and see. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll probably see you guys next week with another of these backlogged games that I haven't played. So I'll see you guys then.